Hello students, how are you? You all are doing fine, right? I hope you are just staying safe and keeping yourself healthy. Okay, this is our part 3 of the lesson motion of your class 9. Okay, and this is the video where we will start from the things that we have actually ended in the last part. So let's start it. Today we will actually solve some problems that is actually very much important for our exams. Okay, so class 9 exams, and those problems will be based on concept of speed, average speed, okay, then velocity, average velocity, and acceleration. Okay, now we should start the class. Okay, now just use your headphones and then give your attention to the class. Oh, by the way, one thing, when I am just writing the questions, first you write the questions. Okay, since the space is little bit less, so once I write the questions, you should write it down with me. After that, I will erase the question and solve the part. Okay, so let's start it. This is our first question, and what it is actually saying that an athlete completes one round of a circular track of diameter 200 meter in 40 seconds. Okay, now what will be the distance covered and displacement at the end of 2 minutes 20 seconds, right? See, first, whenever you look at a question, first you just observe what the things are actually given. Okay, first we have got the diameter, right? What we have got? The diameter. This is the diameter. What is the diameter? 200 meter, and time is given, and that diameter is actually covers in how many times, on how much time? 40 seconds. Okay, now we have to calculate what things? We have to calculate distance and displacement. Okay, at the end of time, how much time? 2 minutes 20 seconds. Now the thing is, here it is given that 2 minutes 20 seconds. So we have to first convert this 2 minutes 20 seconds to seconds, because I told you now, whenever we deal with time or rate, that time will be on which quantity? Second or hour. Okay, so it is better that we should actually convert this 2 minutes 20 seconds to what quantity? Second. Okay, so now we'll proceed towards the solution of this. So solution, what it is saying that one round of a circular track. Okay, consider this is a circular track. Okay, and consider this is the starting position of the runner. Okay, starting position. Okay, now it will start from here and it will end at certain point. Okay, but what thing is actually given? The diameter. Okay, diameter is given. Diameter is how much? 200 meter, and it is saying that an athlete completes one round of a circle of track diameter 200 meter in 40 seconds. So this much of path to complete, it needs only 40 seconds. Okay, so first we should write down what is actually given. I will represent small diameter as small d, as how much? 200 meter. Okay, so and time, that is decided time, not you can write, so time t is given as 2 minutes 20 seconds. If I convert this to second, it will become 2 minutes equal to 120 seconds, and 120 plus 20 equal to 140 seconds. Now just give some concentration. What is actually given? One round completes at this. If it is actually given that one round of that circular path, okay, one round of a circular path, to cover it, it needs only 40 seconds. Okay, then we will calculate how many round it will actually complete in 140 seconds. Okay, what will you or I will use? Unitary method simply. Okay, we should write in 40 seconds it completes. In 40 seconds it completes how many rounds? One round. Simple. Now in 1 second it will complete how many round? Simple, 1/40 round, right? Now what is the required amount of time, or what is the actual needed time? 140 seconds. Therefore in 140 second it will complete how much time? How many rounds? 140 by 40 rounds. if you just simplify it, it will become 40, 140, it will be 3, 120, 100, and it will be 5, sorry, 200, 0, 0, 2. That means it becomes 3.5. It will be 3.5 rounds. That means what we have got, that in 140 seconds the runner, okay, or an athlete will cover how many rounds? 3.5 rounds. Now complete. See, this is one round, okay, again this is second round, this is third round. 3 rounds complete. Remains what? Another half round will complete where? It will complete here. This is the half part of the circle, na? Okay, this is the half part. Okay, so we can say this is the initial and this is the final position, right? You have got the initial position and the final position. Now, okay, first you should write down. I hope you have written down. Now we'll erase this part. Okay, what we have got? We have got the 3.5 rounds. Okay, how many rounds we have got? 3.5 rounds. Now, see, we have to calculate the distance. Okay, in one round it covers 200 meter diameter part. Okay, so in one round, if it covers this much of diameter area, so we can say now, so this total part in one round will be the circumference of this circle, right? So we can actually say in one round it covers distance of how much? Twice pi r. Twice pi r is the circumference of the circle. So twice pi r, you can write c. That means c for circumference. It is just to actually make it simplify. You don't need to write this exam, that bracket c. Okay, so I hope you are just understanding what I'm saying. I'm saying that in one round it actually covers this much of area from here to again here, and this is nothing but what? Circumference. And that circumference is going to be the distance that actually it covers in one round. Okay, now what is the required rounds? 3.5. So therefore in 3.5 round it covers how many distance, or how much distance? Twice pi r into 3.5. Simple. So what will you do? We will actually now put the values. Okay, so we can write 2 pi's value is 3.15. Oh, not 3.15, 3.15. You can write 3.15. And r value, okay, now what is going to be the r? Diameter is 200, r is going to be what? 200 by 2 equal to 100 meter. That is the radius. Okay, now you should write what is the radius? 100. And what is the given rounds? 3.5. Okay, this should be 3.14 actually, not 3.15. 2 into 3.14 into 100. Now just make it simpler. When you multiply 3.14 with 100, what is going to be there? 2 into 314, that is 314, and 3.5 is there, right? If you simplify this portion, you are going to get almost, and this unit will be meter. This unit is going to be, and this 3.4, 618, 3.5, it will be almost 2200 meter. Clear? So what you can say, the required distance, therefore required distance is how much? 2200 meter, that is 2200 meter. So have you understood? This is the thing. Now distance is complete. Okay, there's one more quantity that we need to calculate. That's the displacement. Okay, see, displacement will be done here. This is the initial position, this is the final position, right? That means it completes the 3.5 rounds here. Okay, When we are actually just discussing about displacement, what we have understood, what is displacement? Displacement is nothing but the shortest distance between the initial position and the final position. Okay, no matter what is the nature of the path that it is actually moving, okay, the shortest distance between the initial position and the final position is always a straight line. Okay, this is the initial position, this is the final position. So what will be the shortest distance? That shortest distance will be this straight line, and that straight line is passing through which, or passing through which thing? This is the center. So we can say that the displacement will be equal to the diameter of this circle. Right or wrong? Simple concept. So hence we can write displacement will be equal to the what? Diameter. And diameter is given how much? 200 meter. 200 meter. Simple. Distance cleared, displacement cleared. Answer complete. Simple thing. Okay. So first we have to do what thing? We have to convert the 2 minute 20 seconds to seconds. We have got 140 seconds. Right. Now we have to calculate if it covers in one round 200 meter in 40 seconds. That means it covers one round in 40 seconds. So we have to calculate how many rounds. Okay, it will actually complete in 140 seconds. We have got the total round will be 3.5 rounds. Okay, so it is the game of only rounds. Okay, the game of rounds. So now we will get that in one round, okay, it covers the distance twice pi r, that is the circumference of the circle. Clear? Okay, now if it is a rectangular path, it will be the perimeter, right? Perimeter will be what? 2 into length plus breadth, right? So in that case, the length and breadth of that circular path will be given. Okay, don't worry about that, and don't just get confused. So you have to be clear about your geometry. Okay, it may be rhombus type path, it may be rectangular path, it may be a square path. Okay, so that kind of things. But in this case, this is actually circular or circular path. So using unitary method, we have calculated the actually total amount of distance, right? So again, the displacement is simple concept, the shortest distance between initial and final position, right? I hope you have understood this part. Okay, now we'll move to the second question. This is our second problem. What is it actually saying? Joseph jogs from one end A. Okay, I will first draw with the question. One end A to the other end B. To the other end B of a straight 300 meter road. That means the road length is 300 meter. Okay, 300 meter in how many time or how much time? 2 minutes 30 seconds. If we convert it 2 minutes 30 seconds, 2 minutes 30 seconds, it will be how much second? 150 seconds. That means it covers this distance in 150 seconds, right? And then turns around and jogs 100 meter back. Okay, if this is a 300, this is going to be almost C position, and it is 100 meter of length in another 1 minute. Okay, how much second in 1 minute? 60 seconds. So this takes 60 seconds. 60 seconds, right? Now we have asked that what are the average speeds and average velocities from first A to B. Okay, first we will look what will be the average speed and average velocities from A to B. Okay, from A to B. Okay, students. Now see, this is the path from A to B. Now distance is given how much? 300 meter. Time is given 150 seconds. Simple. So okay, I would represent average velocity as S is for speed and AV. Okay, this will explain what is the average speed. Now what was the actual definition? Total distance by total time. What is the total distance here? 300 meter. What is the total time? 150 seconds, right? So if we divide 300 by 150, it will be 2. And what is the unit? Meter per second. Simple. Now, what is really now we have to calculate? Average velocity, and I will represent that as VAV. Right? I have written down and I have explained two formulas of the average velocity. Right? One is final velocity plus initial velocity divided by 2. Right? If that was in uniform actually velocity. Okay. If in the other cases, if the displacement is given, the formula was net displacement by total time taken. Here only the displacement is given. Okay. Displacement will be, I have to calculate actually. Don't worry about that. Given, but we have to actually modify it from the question. Net displacement by total time. This is formula, net displacement by total time, right? So now we have to calculate the average velocity. See here, when we have to calculate the average velocity, we always need initial position and the final position. This A position is the initial position, and this B position is the final position. Now, what is the shortest distance between A and B? This straight line, and the straight line is of, and the length of this straight line is how much? 300 meter. So the displacement will be 300 meter. And what is the time? 150 second. Total time is 150 second. 150 second. Simple. Same na. So if we divide 300 by 150, it will be 2 and meter per second. That means for the A case, that is from A to B, we have calculated the average speed and average velocity. Right? Simple things. Okay. Now, first you write down. Okay. Then I will actually erase this part. Okay. I hope you have written down. Right? Now we will erase this part and we will move towards the next part. That is from A to C. Okay. This first I will erase this part. Quite simple question, and this type of questions are important actually. By the way, this question is from exercise of your lesson motion. Okay, the first question is also from lesson motion. It is the exercise part. Okay. Now the B case is given from A to C. Right? So you have to calculate this one. Here, I will I will not write down the formulas actually, it will take more time. See, from 300 meter, then again returns to the C position, that is the total distance will be 300 plus 400, 100, it will be the 400 meter, right? And from A to B it covers 150 second, okay? Next it returns to C, it needs 60 seconds, so what will be the total time? 150 plus 60, it will be the 210 seconds, okay? First cancel out the zeros. 40 by 21, it will be meter per second. If we actually divide, what is going to get? 40, 121, 9, 190. Okay, so it will be almost 0.9 times. Okay, 9, 89, 1, 1, 0. It will be almost 5 times 5, 10, 5. That means the answer will be 1.95 meter per second. Simply, it is the average speed. Now I have to calculate what? Average velocity. Here the thing will be little bit different. Formula is what? Net displacement by total time. First we calculate CD, net displacement. What will be the net displacement? This is the initial position. Now what is the final position? This is the final position. We have to actually decide the shortest distance between initial position and final position. If this is the 100 meter, so if it is need to be 300 meter, if this is the 100 meter part, this will be the how much part? 200 meter. That means what will be the displacement? 200 meter. Right? What's the total time? Simple, same time, 210 second. Cut it down the zeros. 20 by 21 meter per second. Again, if you divide it, it will be almost 0.9, okay, 0.952, okay, 0.952 meter per second. Okay, for your convenience, I will actually do the division part. 21 divided by 20. Okay, 20. So first we have to put the decimal part. It will be 9 times 189. 1 it will be 0. It will be again 5 times 0. 105. Okay, the 5. So 50. 2 times will be given 42. So it will be 8. That means the answer will be 0.952. Okay, so this is the answer. Net actually average velocity is 1.95 meter per second, and average velocity is 0.95 meter per second, and average speed is 1.95 meter per second. Okay, this is the solution of this question. Okay, so this is the thing. We have got 1.95 meter per second and 0.952 meter per second. Okay, now we'll move towards the next question. Okay, this is our next question, and this question is also from the exercise part of the lesson motion of your class 9. Okay, so what is this question is actually saying that one boy, Abdul, while driving to school, computes speed for his trip to be 20 km per hour. Okay, now on his return trip along the same route, okay, he just follows the same route, there is less traffic. That means there is not that much of traffic. That's why he takes actually less amount of time. Okay, that's why so he can speed his car. So the average speed was 30 km per hour. Okay, now we have to calculate the average speed for Abdul's trip. Okay, he actually did 2 trips, one from his own position to the school. Okay, again from he returns from school to his home, right? That means he did 2 trips. For his first trip he got an average speed, and for his next tour again he got average speed. Now we have to calculate the average for both the 2 trips. Okay, now some student may think, okay, there is 2 average trip speed is given. If we actually just add them and divide it by 2, we are going to get the average speed. Is it going to be like that? No, simply not, because what was the formula for the average speed? Okay, SAV was total distance by total time. Okay, this was the main formula, right? Total distance by total time. Now for the whole trip, we do not know the total distance, we do not know the total time. Okay, in that case, between these two actually quantities we have to consider, or we have to actually consider one of the 2 quantities. Okay, so for this, okay, first I will erase this part. For this I will first consider the total distance. Okay, since it's not given, I will consider it. Okay, just look very attentively. These kind of questions are important for your exams actually. Okay, so just look very attentively. So consider the one side distance. One side distance means from home to school, or you can consider from school to home, same amount of distance, and that distance will be x kilometer. Now you are maybe thinking, why only I have considered x kilometer? Because that average speed is given in which unit? Kilometer per hour, and it is again in kilometer per hour. That's why I have considered x kilometer. Again, see, when we have to calculate the average speed, we are going to need total distance by total time. We have got a distance of x kilometer, right, from his school to home to school, but we need the total time. So again it is given that average speed from home to school is 20 km per hour. Okay, so we can write now 20 km per hour is equal to total distance is x, right, and equal in divided by time. Since we do not know the time, we have to write time as time. Now we will actually replace the positions. Okay, or you can say we will actually cross multiply, or you can change the positions. Time will be here. Okay, once the time will be here, the speed will be here, average speed 20 km per hour. Simple concept. This is also kilometer. Now kilometer will get cancelled. It will be x by 20 hour. That means we can say when he moved from home to school, it needs get the time x by 20 hour. Okay, this is, we can say, one condition. Next we will move towards the next condition. What is given? From home, school to home, Same thing, what is the average speed? 30 km per hour. Distance will be same, okay, since the route is same, it is actually given na along the same route, okay. So x kilometer, and we should, since we do not know the time, so we will write the time as time, right? And you have to calculate the time, so we can actually arrange the equation like this: x kilometer by 30 km per hour. So kilometer will get cancelled. What will remain? X by 30 hour. So these two are the total time. Okay, if we add these two times, we'll get the total time that he actually needed, okay, to complete his 2 trips. That means he complete his total trip. Okay, first I write this down, pause the video, write this down. Now I'm going to erase this part. I will move to the next part. Okay, now I'm going to erase this part, so just write it down. Okay, we have got the 2 times, right? So therefore total time will be what? X by 20 plus x by 20. X by 20, sorry, this x is not actually proper. X by 20 plus x by 30. Since both are in hour, it will be an hour. So what will be the LCM of the 20 and 30? Simple. 20 and 30 LCM will be 60. Simple concept. It will be 3x, it will be twice x, hour, 5x by 60, right? Hour. Let's simplify it. It will be x by 12 hour. So this is the total time we have got. Now we need the total distance, okay, to calculate the total amount of average speed that he actually needed. So see, if it is his home, he reaches his school, is the B position, it covers x kilometer. Okay, if it again comes back, it will cover the same route, it is going to be again x kilometer. So what will be the total distance? X kilometer plus x kilometer, twice x kilometer. So total distance is x plus x kilometer, that is twice x kilometer. We got the 2 main important quantities which actually needed to calculate average speed. Now just simply put it down the values in the average speed formula. So average speed equal to total distance, how much? Twice x kilometer. And total time is how much? X by 12 hour. Okay, this x and this x will be cancelled out. This 12, when it gets actually divided, this 12 will go in the upside. So 2 into 12, and it will be kilometer per hour. So it will be 24 kilometer per hour. Clear? Quite simple. This is the main thing. Okay, you just write it down. Now we'll move towards the next part of the next question. Okay, so these 3 are the main questions from your exercise till where we have actually completed this lesson. Okay, now I will discuss some extra questions related to the accelerations and speed. Okay, so you just write it down. Okay students, this is our next question related to it, acceleration. Okay, what this actually question is saying: a bus starting from rest attains a velocity of 50 km per hour in 60 seconds. Okay, now what is the acceleration? See, main thing is here that word rest. That means what will be the initial velocity? U, 0, because it has started from rest, right? When it is rest, the velocity will be 0. And what is the final velocity? 50 km per hour, that is the v, it is denoted by final velocity, is denoted by v. And what is the time? 60 seconds. Now we can calculate the acceleration. Okay, before calculating the acceleration, I have one announcement for you. Actually, I have started, or I am just starting one quiz competition. Okay, the last part of the video of class 10, we have actually conducted one quiz competitions. Many students have been actually replied and announced their name in the next part of the video. Okay, so for your students of the class 9, I will again conduct a quiz competition here in this video. So till then, keep watching the video. Okay, in the middle of the video or in the later part of the video, wherever, I will actually put a question for you. Okay, then you have to answer the question and you have to give me the answer in the comment section of my video, okay, in the YouTube section, okay, comment section of the YouTube video. So first write your name, okay, then after that in the below of that your name, just write the answer. Simple question is going to be for one question only, okay. It is going to be kind of 1 mark or 2 marks type question. You can actually reply it, okay. You don't need to solve anything, okay. You just reply the answer, and I will decide the winner's name. And after, in the next part of the video, in the next part, maybe in the part 4 of this lesson, I will announce their name in my video, okay. So it will be a good competition, okay, an interesting one too, okay. Just wait till there, okay, and you have to reply in my comment section, okay. And I'm just expecting that all of these students will be able to answer this question if you have understood the concept of the motion, okay. Now we'll move towards the solution. Okay, now what is actually given, I will write directly, okay, or I can write given what is u, 0 km/h, okay, since these are rest, right. Now what is the final velocity? 50 km/h. And what is the time? Time is 60 seconds. Now look closely. What is the unit of time? Second. Now what is the units here? Km/h, km/h. Okay, I told you in the last part that if it is in second, we have to convert the kilometers to meter, okay, otherwise we can't actually do it. So what will you do? I will convert the 50 km/h to 50, what will be the unit, okay, km/h to meter per second. Now we will look what will happen. I will first write keep 50 as 50 into km/h, right, again 50. What will happen if I calculate convert 1 kilometer to meter? Simple, 1000 meter. And how many seconds in 1 hour? 3600 second. Cancel out the zeros, okay. Now, okay, 50 kilometer, so it will be like 500 by 36 meter per second, okay. This is the 500 by 36 meter per second. First, for this time I will actually keep it like that. Now I will calculate the acceleration. Acceleration has the formula of A equal to v minus u by t. V is 50 km per second. Now we have converted this to 500 by 36 meter per second. U is 0. We will write down 500 by 36 meter per second. Time is given as 60 second, okay. So how will you write? We will write like this: 500 by 36 into 1 by 60, and the unit will be meter per second square, okay. Now I will cut this part. So what is going to be there? 50 by 36 into 6 meter per second square, okay. It will be like 50 by 6 into 6, 36, 6 into 3, 18, 18 plus 3, 216, okay, meter per second square. We have to simplify it. 216 and 50, 500. So 3 times, 2 times, maybe 2 times, yes, 2 times. 32 to 4, right, 8, and there will be 9, 3 is 6, okay. Again I have to put in 0. It will be of 3 times, yes, 3 times. It is going to be 48, 6, okay. What you have to do? 0, 8, 2 and 7, 3, 32. Again it is 0, okay. Now how many times it will go? It will go 1 times. So 16 into 16 to 1, okay. So it will be 4, okay, 0, 1. It will go 2 times or what? 32, 4, 9, 104. So the answer will be 0.231 meter per second square, Okay, this is the answer. Okay, so you should write it down properly. Okay students, this is the time for your quiz competition. Okay, you just write the question in your copy at this moment. Okay, the question is, which of the following speed is greater and why? Okay, the two speeds are 30 meter per second and 30 kilometer per hour. Okay, so this is your main question. You just find out by yourself which of the two between these two speed which is greater, and I need the answer why. Okay, it's quite simple to find out the answer. Okay, just find it and give me the answer in my comment section with your name. Okay, just write it down. This is our next question, and this question is actually saying that a train starting from railway station and moving with acceleration attains speed 40 km per hour in 10 minutes. Okay, now what is the acceleration? We have to calculate the acceleration. Okay, by the way, this question is from your book. Okay, in the activity sector, and the page number is 103. If you go to the book and just find a question in 103 number, then you will find this question. Okay, so this question is given again. It is actually kind of similar to the last question. What is actually given? It is starting his journey from station. That means first it was in race motion, so you can write u equal to, I am just directly writing. Okay, you should write the initial velocity u. Okay, not just u. Okay, you should write it u. U will be how much? 0 km per hour, right? Now what is the final velocity? Final velocity will be 40 km per hour. Now the time t is equal to 10 minutes. Okay, see, when I was just discussing about acceleration, speed and velocities, I told you one thing, that the time should be always in second and hour. So you have to convert this time to what? Second. In 10 minutes there will be almost 600 second. Again, we have to convert this part. It is in kilometer per hour, it is in second, so it is better we should convert this to what? Second and meter. So 40 into 1000 by 3600 meter per second. Okay, so it is better 0 0 cancel, 0 0 cancel. Okay, now it deals 4000 by, not actually 4000, it is 0 0 cancel na, 400 by 36. Simple. Again, you can actually simplify it. If we divide by 400 4 9, that means 100 by 9 meter per second. Okay, this is the thing. Now you have to find the acceleration. Acceleration, simple formula, p minus u by t. U is 0, so don't need to write. So v is given 100 by 9 meter per second. Time is given 600 second, so it will be 100 by 600 into 9. Okay, so we can write meter per second square. This 20 will be cancelled out, so it will be there 1 by 9 into 6, 54 meter per second square. If you simplify this one, we are going to get almost, okay, we are going to get almost 1, it is 0, it will be again 0, it will be 100, 154, so 6 plus 4, 0, 8 times, so 2 3 4 3 2 8 is really given 5 times 2, 0, it will be 5 times 0 2 27. Simple. So answer will be how much? 0.0185 meter per second square. So this is the solution. Okay, you should just write this down, then I will move towards one more problem. Okay, that is going to be the last problem. Okay, just write it down, pause the video and write this down. Okay, this is our next question, and it probably is the last question, because in one class if I discuss so many problems the video will be longer. Okay, so I will not make it very much longer because sometimes if a longer video becomes a little bit boring video. Okay, so I always like to cover things in short period of time. Okay, so we'll move to our last problem. Quite simple problem. Okay, see what is actually saying: a bus decreases speed from 80 km to 60 km per hour in 5 seconds. That means what? Its velocity decreased from a higher velocity to a lower velocity, right? Again, we have to find the acceleration. Okay, now here two velocities are given. The initial velocity will be how much? U. That U will be 80 km per hour. And what will be the final velocity? V. Right? This is the U, this is the V, and that is the T. So we can write, given U equal to how much? 80 km per hour. Simple. Now what is the V is given? 60 km per hour, right? And what is time? 5 seconds. Again, simple thing. It is in seconds. We have to actually convert them to meter per second. So it will be like 80 into 1000 by 3600 meter per second. So 0 cancel out. Okay, it will be almost 800 by 36 meter per second. So just left it like that. Again, simple thing will be happen here. So we can directly write 600 by 36 meter per second, and that is the time. Now I have to just calculate simply acceleration. Therefore acceleration is equal to V minus U by T. Right? Now what is V here? 600. Okay, sorry, first I should write this properly. That 6 is not actually clear. 600 by 36 minus what is the final velocity? Sorry, initial velocity 800 by 36, and the unit is in what? Meter per second. Now what is the time? 5. It is in second. So I will actually write it down like this. Okay, once we actually solve this, it will be 800 minus 600. It will be minus 200 into 1 by 5. What will be the unit? Simple unit of acceleration, meter per second square. So now I will move towards the come to the negative part. First I will just solve this. 5. Okay, it will be 40. That means minus 40 by 36 meter per second square, right? We can again simplify it. Divided by 4, 4, 10, 4, 9. That means minus 10 by 9 meter per second square. Again, we have to simplify it. Okay, so if we simplify it, you can simply actually say by actually observing this, it will be almost minus 1.11 meter per second square. Now there is one important thing is there is one negative sign in front of the value. Okay, so this kind of acceleration, right, where the velocity is decreasing from a higher velocity and we are just getting a lower velocity, but the thing is here the final velocity is less compared to the initial velocity. That means the acceleration is going to be in which quantity? Negative quantity. Again, why this can be negative? Because acceleration is vector quantity always have directions. That's why, and I told you in the last part that once a quantity is dealing with a vector thing, it is always going to have positive and negative sign. Here it is in negative sign, that means it is decreasing. So this kind of acceleration is known as retardation. Okay, this is a definition you should actually know. Okay, so this kind of acceleration is known as retardation. Okay, or you can say deceleration. Okay, so this is the thing. Accelerate means what? Increasing of speed. Deceleration or retardation means what? Decreasing of speed. Simple thing is there. So but the definition is same. Okay, whenever we put negative sign in front of acceleration, that is the retardation. Okay, so this is the thing. Till now we have discussed almost 6 problems. Okay, and these 6 problems is enough to get some idea about the problems of speed, velocity and acceleration. And I hope from this class you'll be able to solve some other problems too. Okay, if you get any kind of doubts, just ask me in the comment section. okay, I will again reply it. Okay, now I will just again talk about the quiz competition. You just have to follow it, and I am just expecting that lots of students will be able to give me the answer. Okay, try it, improve your ideas, improve your way of thinking. Okay, once you are discussing with physics, okay, we have to always develop our way of thinking. We have imaginations. Okay, so it is a very much simple question, and I will always ask from today. I will always ask some this kind of quiz competition. It becomes what this kind of actually competition makes the class some kind of interesting. Okay, I'm always try to do that. Okay, if you get any kind of difficulty in understanding, just ask me the question. If you have any suggestions to me that so you should actually modify it or modify it like that, you can always give me suggestions too. Okay, it always not like that. If you are a student, you are not going to have ideas. Sometimes you are going to have many better ideas compared to me. Okay, just give me ideas, just give me suggestions. If you are thinking that I should actually send something, but okay, don't give me suggestions about the setup, because since I'm in also home now, so I have to do all things from home. That means I'm just working from home, so I have to make a quick setup in my home. So I hope you are just not getting any kind of difficulty with this setup. Okay, so this is the thing. We will again meet in the next part of the video where we will discuss the next part of this lesson. Okay, till then, stay safe, keep healthy. Okay, don't take any kind of stress in your brain. Let's keep it free. Okay, brain is our everything. Okay, sayonara.